Hi, this is Pat Miller, the Gabb. And just as we get started, I just want to say please like and subscribe to this show so we can get many more. And today, in the middle of a Denver snowstorm, I would say, I have, of course, one of my very favorite people in the world who has now changed jobs. So we're going to hear about Denise Michelson, ex-editor of 5280, now communication director. Is that it?
That's it.
Wow, of Colorado Restaurant Association.
I know.
What?
Who do I think I am? What?
I know who you are. Okay, tell us all about it. Share, because it is the same thing saying restaurant, but your job is not the same, right?
My job is so not the same. It is. So this is the last day of my second week. And I was supposed to be part-time the first week, but I mean, I don't really know how to work part-time. I don't know if you do. It's kind of not a thing, right? So especially right now when restaurants still need, a lot of help to operate appropriately. So I was not looking for a new job. I mean, who would want to stop being food editor at 5280 magazine? It was a dream job, a total dream job. And I loved it. And I love my team there and everything. But I got wind that the Restaurant Association was looking for a new communication director. And after this year, I think I felt, once I learned more about the job, I felt like it was maybe time to switch the way I could help restaurants, honestly, because before I could write stories and bring attention to a restaurant, or maybe, put some butts in seats, pardon my French, for an event, or, up reservations a little. But the impact felt short-lived, to me. Like you'd write the story and maybe
it's true.
and then that's it. But at the CRA, which I now call it, I mean, they literally, everyone here is working so hard to help restaurants, operate according to the law, to help, sway the legislature, to pass bills that are helpful to restaurants. I mean, they're still really struggling. There's also a lot of opposition right now, but they need help. And I feel like this is actually, I'm excited that I made the switch because I get to really genuinely impact and help our restaurant community in an entirely new way. And I'm learning new things. I can't tell you how much I've learned. I know how to use MailChimp now. I'm sending out newsletters. I organized a unemployment insurance fraud webinar this week. Like I've never done that before. And it's all, about disseminating information to our restaurants, and it's information they need. So that's pretty exciting.
Well, and even I totally understand, because stuck where the most of us are, I hear nothing except the problems of the restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you are trying to help, because you're doing all the communications.
I know. So yeah, pretty much everything. I'm supposed to be the bragger, right? Like everything the CRA is doing, my job is to make sure everyone else in the world knows about it, because there was a lot going on here that people, I just don't think really understand. I don't even know if restaurant members fully understand how much work goes on here at the association on their behalf. I mean, it's everything from advocating, at the Capitol, to make sure that the bills being passed this session, are helpful to restaurants. We're creating a job board that's going to come out in a couple of weeks, because right now a lot of people are talking about, as everything opens up, every restaurant, it seems like, in the country is hiring right now. I mean, every restaurant. And there's
nobody can get any help.
What do you mean?
Because I keep hearing.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Like restaurants.
I need a staff. Exactly. And what's happened is they said they fill out the application, but they don't even come in.
I know.
So I don't know what you can do. I think a lot of people, this is what I hear, they are just wanting unemployment because of the great benefits.
Well, and I don't think that we can really say negative things about people who have been worried about their safety for 13 months and, are staying safe by staying home. I mean, I could not criticize a human being for doing that right now. I totally understand that. However, I will say that the other side of the coin is, and I think, I can't make people go to interviews. Yeah, I mean, I
And you
can't make
look, when
people
they
show up.
ask me, I can't either.
Right.
No,
But
here's a
what
great
we can
job,
do,
really.
but we can help by, communicating what the open positions are. And also, I think we're at this amazing shift, right? So for a long time, the message has been, and truthfully has been, like, restaurants are in crisis. So
Yeah.
if you think restaurants are in crisis, are you going to go running to join that industry or to go
No.
back to that industry? And I think the truth is, this is not just, blowing sunshine. The truth is, aside from staffing problems, which are real, operators are getting very excited. I mean, it's hard to believe looking out the window right now, but patio season is coming.
It was here last week.
We just had it, but it's, spring and summer are coming. Restrictions are being lessened. Restaurant workers are getting vaccinated. Everybody's getting vaccinated if you want to be. Like, we're about to see this huge reopening, and restaurants are an amazing place to be right now because, you are going to learn from the best, and there is a lot of energy around it. And it's a really wonderful place to work. I mean, I started in restaurants when I was 15. When I was in grad school in Indianapolis and didn't know anyone, the first thing I did was get a restaurant job because immediately I had a community, I had a family, a group of friends, people that I could, hang out with and work with that I knew would be fun and interesting. And none of that has changed, and if anything,
It's our life.
Well, I think the restaurant industry is amazing. It's been my career. It's been my life. I married a chef,
I think say it even got your husband.
I know you get a husband out of it sometimes. I mean,
Thank you. I don't want one.
You don't want a husband? What?
Oh God,
No,
no.
The point is that if you're safe, if you feel safe, if you're vaccinated and you feel like it's a safe thing to do, going back to work in a restaurant right now is a great option. I mean, there is a lot of growth in our restaurants. I think, all the closures are trickling to an end. I mean, there's a lot of optimism. We're talking about a restaurant renaissance, because the truth is that restaurant owners have been listening. They are paying higher wages than ever before. They are working to retain people. They're making, they're trying to get the disparity between front and back of house, the kitchen and the servers, more equalized. Like, it's actually a really good time to work in restaurants if you're vaccinated and you feel safe about it.
And I do think that people now, when they're vaccinated, I've been going out. I mean, I wouldn't step out the door,
Right.
I mean, enough is enough. You're happy to go out. They care so. And I don't think the public realizes, I don't know how you communicate this, that the restaurants really need them there. These people with all the minimum wage thing and all these COVID expenses are making them, they could be mobbed and they're not making money.
I know. And honestly, the distancing rules, now everybody's saying, oh, restaurants can go to
It's
100%
still 6
capacity.
feet.
But if you're 6 feet apart, a small restaurant is in exactly the same place they were. They can't add any more tables.
Yeah, the little places that you and I went.
Right, exactly.
They can't add a table.
Are my favorite. Right. You can add a table. I was at Chuck the other day for lunch, looking around thinking, you can call it 100% all you want, but if there's 6 feet between tables, this is where they're going to be. They're going to be, kind of halfway, which again, like, I want to be safe. I get my second shot next week. So
I don't care if you've had 14 shots, you want to be safe.
Right. Everyone wants to be safe. So I'm not saying get rid of distancing until it is safe to do so. But if people are getting vaccinated, everything is getting safer. And I'm just think the industry is on an upswing, not the downturn that it has been. So like, this is kind of an amazing spring is literally coming to the restaurant industry. And it's an exciting time. And a lot to message, a lot to talk about.
And they deserve it. I mean, they have worked so hard. And you
so
are
hard.
here to back them for all of these things.
Mm-hmm. I know it feels good to be able to help. I mean, there's a lot to do. We have a job board coming out soon, and in the next couple of weeks, we're revamping our website. Like, all of that falls under communication, and the team here is great. So, it's been a whirlwind 2 weeks, but I'm very excited about it.
Good for you. And do you have anything to do with the restaurant week that's coming up?
That's Visit Denver. That's their baby. And we kind of help promote it and talk about it and everything because it's great. But
I thought
that's
we should.
Visit Denver. Yeah, no, that's not ours. We get that question a lot. No, it's not, the Colorado Restaurant Association certainly supports it. But
That's not the point.
that's not the point. But it's, the same that it's been. So you can have 25, 35, or $45, tasting menus. And there's over 200 restaurants signed up. So it's
But
definitely,
you know what, frankly, I'm quite impressed to hear that that is not you.
that it's not the CRA.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Because I'm not sure that I think the CRA should be involved with that.
With that. Yeah. Well, no, it's not our baby. Nope.
Okay, so
No,
tell
we
me,
do. So CRA does Denver Food and Wine, which, has been pushed back because, that's like a big outdoor, festival.
that was
and all that.
September, yeah.
Yeah, we do Drink Red, Wear Red at the Science Museum. That's going to be in June, I think. We do the big Colorado Restaurant and Bar Show, but that's been pushed back to 2022.
Yeah.
So, the events are still a tricky landscape to navigate at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
Well, they're very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I do a couple of charity events that, they're not really going to happen.
I know we're still a little bit of a ways off, I feel like, for in-person events,
Well,
just because of massive crowds.
yeah, I mean, you're going to have 1,000 people walk through.
No, that's not easy right now. But you said you've been going out. Where have you been going?
Oh, I've been I was at D-Bar, I was at Tables, I was at Atelier, I was at Bittersweet, I was
Nice.
at Barolo.
Oh my goodness.
And
You
then
have really been getting back to your old self.
the big fun. No, yeah, don't I wish.
It's
just
better
want-
than when we met to Annette and it was your
Oh,
first
God.
time out.
It was, and my only for the longest time.
I
And
know.
it's interesting now. It's okay. All the restaurants I just mentioned at 100%,
Mhm.
they're still stuck where they are.
Yeah, because they're tiny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God bless all of them. And
Mhm.
I'm ready to go back, and they will be much easier, like 240 Union over on the other side of town.
Mhm.
It's big, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it really
now
helps.
there's
the
so
larger-
many. I can't believe the number of openings
Yeah,
in this mess.
I know. Well, and like everything down at McGregor Square is kind of a
Oh,
big deal because
I
downtown
haven't
needs
seen
help.
it.
I haven't been because I was just leaving 5280 as that all kind of, ramped up, but it looks pretty cool. And downtown, could use a good shot in the arm. So I'm excited that things
Yes,
are opening up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're getting the All-Star game. Don't ask me when it is because I don't follow baseball.
July
like,
13th. I have a
Oh, you know.
grandson.
well, that'll be very good for downtown. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I think it's the day I'm going out of town.
Oh no, you're leaving town? Where are you going?
No, I'm being funny.
Oh,
It's a good day to leave town.
or not go downtown if you don't want to participate in the game.
Now, are you active in working to get the mayor, et cetera, to keep the streets closed and things like that?
We are going to be working on, more patio expansions and, street closures are not exactly our thing, but patio expansions. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's street closed.
I mean, they go together. Yeah. Oh, 100%. I mean, that was amazing. It really, it brought so much life to the
I
restaurant,
think that
so
saved
much
a lot.
capacity. It's very safe. Everybody loved it. The diners loved it and the restaurants loved it. It was great for tax revenue. So we are definitely going to be pushing to see a lot more of that this summer. I can't wait to eat out on a sunny patio again. That
Me
sounds
too.
wonderful.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, no, that will be really nice. It's hard to imagine today, but that's Colorado. It'll all be gone.
That was a big surprise.
I
No, it
know,
wasn't.
so many trees down.
Right.
But you know what else I'm excited about? And I feel like it's like a coming sign of spring. Super Mega BN and working class.
I have my reservation. Do you?
I do. I'm so excited. I really feel like that is like a bellwether of what's to come. If
That
dinner
is
comes
funny.
back in,
The
I'm ready.
minute it came up on the computer, yesterday or whatever day,
yeah,
I said, yeah, and I wrote right away. I mean, Dana, I call her Lunka, but Dana Rodriguez, who owns both, she's done so much for the community.
she's incredible.
ethnic, for everything. I mean, she is a story.
Oh, she is an amazing story. She is the perfect example of how you can really live out your dreams if as part of the restaurant community. I mean, I know this last year has been so impossibly challenging, but
She
but she's
actually
back.
she went to the hospital for a
I
couple of
know,
days
I know.
because she was so stressed.
I know. I mean, it has taken a massive toll on these people because, her employees, she always refers to them as her family. I
Because
mean,
they
and
are.
so it's not just about her and feeding her own family. She has a lot of responsibility with all the
And if
people.
somebody watching this doesn't know, she came to the United States with 3 little kids,
Mhm.
solo, couldn't speak English,
Amazing.
and got a job at Panzano. I think she was the dishwasher,
She was.
and worked her way up to become the owner of two. And she was from Mexico, people should know. And she now is opening a bar sooner or later with
Mhm.
her own tequila and mezcal. And
Which
you
are
know what?
amazing.
God bless her.
I mean, she's incredible. Yeah. So now she has a spirits line. She's opening a third place, which is going to be fantastic. It's going to
Of
be
course it is.
Mexico City, style street food, and everything will go so beautifully with her spirits. And she is just, this wonderful force for good. Her energy is incredible. She gives so much. And the fact that she's reopening her places, which are small, tiny little spots down in
Oh, come
Rhino.
on. On a good night, you can get 10 people in
I
working
know.
class.
I know, it's so tiny, but you know what? It's coming back, and that to me, that gives me a lot of hope for the
No,
industry.
I agree. And I think everybody truly is trying. I think almost all the restaurants, don't they belong to the Colorado Restaurant Association?
Well, I mean, no, not all.
Oh, no.
Lots
Yeah.
do, and it's for across the whole state. But no, I see many. I just recently was brought into the database so I can see who all the members are, and there's a lot of runway there. There's a lot of people that I think there are a lot of restaurants that should join, because the truth is, even if you don't agree with every position the CRA takes on a piece of legislation or whatnot, the point is that we represent the majority of members. So we need more people that disagree with things we have done in the past so that we can, have a larger conversation. And
Okay,
the truth
question.
is, we are here to help all restaurants.
Okay, I know one page, I'm just asking because it's interesting to know something to join, which is fine. I mean, I'm part of the restaurant association, so, I go back lots of years. I never owned a restaurant if anybody's asking, but I am part. Anyway, take a restaurant like Yaya's Mediterranean Grill, which we both really like.
Love.
I eat there once a week. But it's tiny. Do they get a different rate than somebody
Absolutely.
like Larimer Square?
Yes, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive I know there's a sliding scale, and I think it's based on revenue. So whatever the revenue of the restaurant is helps
Well,
determine.
how big? They got 8 tables on a good day.
Right, exactly. And so, the restaurants at McGregor Square or on Larimer, or, these huge restaurants.
Oh, I wasn't knocking any. I was just doing the size.
But I'm just saying, yeah, it's based on size, and, and not like size of number of tables, but revenue, which is, directly related. And also what's nice too, and I'm really excited about, is we are working on a food truck membership, because food trucks, in my opinion, are also restaurants, right? You go and
I would say so.
And they absolutely, we can help them just like we're helping everyone else. We have this daily newsletter with all the updates. Like this week, I cannot tell you how much information we have disseminated about what counties are doing what, now that the state dial has disappeared.
How does one like me can't get this, right?
Oh no, anybody can get it. We, in fact, during COVID, the CRA opened up this email newsletter to anybody. So yes, you can
Put me
go
on the list. I'd love to see it.
Oh, it's so fascinating. And we work really hard on it, and to make sure that it's clear. Sometimes orders come down from either, the counties or the state, and they are confusing, or maybe they didn't think about something that applies to restaurants. We clarify and we send the information out. And I think it's an incredibly valuable tool for everybody, every restaurant operator or people who just care about restaurants right now. So
Well,
yeah,
even the change to blue starting today.
right,
It's
exactly.
very confusing.
And then they have level clear that they have created for, in 30 days from now, or if you are in a county that is, jumping right to it, then, so there's still lots of confusion, and we are here to try to clarify. And especially to clarify that, 100% capacity with distancing is not 100%
And no,
capacity. That's important to note.
in most cases, I would say it's not much more than 50%, but I have no idea.
No, it's about 50. And some places it's still more closer to 25.
The places I just named.
Exactly.
Come on, you can't get any more tables in them.
Right, I know. So, pardon me for the plug, but it's corestaurant.org, and anyone can sign up for those newsletters. And I think they're very helpful.
Would you pretend like I just signed up and send it to me?
Yes, I will send it to you. No problem.
Okay, and I know that you are pressed for time. So is there anything you want somebody or everybody to hear about?
I just think that, I've already said it, right? I think spring is coming. And I think that we all need to continue to dine out. Places are reopening. Oh yeah, Beast and Bottle and Coperta are reopening.
Oh,
I think next week. Like things are starting, your favorite restaurants are either coming back or they're still plugging away. And so everyone needs to keep getting out there. And we have a bunch of fun things coming up for this summer. We've got a summer bingo game and you can win all kinds of prizes. So we're going to launch that soon. If restaurant operators are watching, we're gonna try to help with the staffing issue as much as we can.
That would be that. I will pass that along.
Oh, please do. It's coming.
I get this, whether it's just speaking on the phone, going to a restaurant, ordering, they all don't know what to do.
I know, it's terrible. So, again, there's only so much we can do. We can't make people show up to their interviews, but we can help.
You can't make them go to work either.
We're going to do some job fairs. We're getting information from restaurants on, the troubles they are having with staffing, so we can clearly understand that and message it. And I think that what we need to do is celebrate what an amazing industry it is and how great it is to work in that industry. I know it's not perfect. No industry is perfect, but there are a lot of benefits.
To you and me, it's our life. To the average person, it's still a very important part. Maybe they don't go out every night, maybe they only go out on an occasion, but big or small,
well,
there is a love.
For young people coming up that are looking for a career path,
life. That's
honestly, there's a lot of people that don't want to work behind a desk. Like if you are the type of person that wants a desk job,
here I am.
Not for you. You don't want a desk job. It is a vibrant community. Like everybody's amazing, and you get to interact with the public, which is usually a good thing. There's very few bad actors out there that are going to make people's lives hard.
You'll find one, and that's it. Yeah.
It's
my 22-year-old grandson can sit on a phone and describe in detail what's in every bite of food he's had. I said, maybe you should try to be a restaurant person.
Right.
All the kids know and love that.
I know.
Your little son likes all those crazy things.
Oh, he can't wait. My son is already talking about, he just turned 11, but when he's 15, he plans to go work for Jeff Osaka at sushi or at Osaka Ramen. He already has it all planned out in his head. It's adorable. And I started working, I was a line cook at TJ's Steak Hoagies when I was 15 in Buffalo, New York. And I learned how to make the hoagies. And then I worked at our baseball stadium in concessions, and I was like a popcorn girl and a nacho girl. I've always worked in restaurants. I've been a server. I've cooked. It's a great industry. And
once it's your life, it's your life.
It's your life. It's your life. And that can be a good thing. It actually is a career. It is not just a in-between job.
Right.
It can be.
Well, I am very proud and thrilled for you.
Thank you.
With the Colorado Restaurant Association, again, give the webpage to.
Yeah, it's corestaurant.org.
Okay.
Yes, and anyone who wants those emails and wants to really know what's going on with all the restaurant regulations, go for it. We will put you on the list.
And I will be following you day to day, both with the Colorado Restaurant Association, which I've been in their Hall of Fame, so I'm really been very honored.
Of course. Yeah.
And everything else you do. And
And
we'll go out and drink.
yes, on a patio in the
Oh,
sun.
oh, I'd love it.
Can't wait.
Stay well, clear
Thank
up the sun, and keep in touch. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And thank you to everybody for listening. And we hope to see you soon. We'll have maybe not as exciting, but another great show next week, I hope. Stay well and like and subscribe.
I can subscribe.
Oh gosh, yes. I'll get killed if I don't.